creatine? What does it do for women? Is it a steroid? Will it make you gain weight? Will it make you bloated? Is it safe? Is it necessary for fat loss or body recomposition? How much should you take if you want to start taking it? Don't worry, I'm going to answer all of your questions in the most simplest and easiest way to understand in this video today. Make sure you watch all the way to the end because I'm going to give you my personal opinion on how you can decide on whether you should start supplementing with creatine to help you on your fitness and fat loss journey. And I want to dive right in, but of course, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you get a notification when I release a new video every single week, just like this one. My name is Michelle Roots, kinesiologist, personal trainer, nutrition coach, and fitness and fat loss motivation specialist. I have over 16 years experience helping people decrease body fat, increase lean muscle, and become the best versions of themselves. And I created this channel so I could help you as well. So of course, if you find this video helpful, make sure you give it a like and leave me any questions in the comments below. I'm always happy to help. Let's start by breaking down what is creatine, aka creatine monohydrate, and what exactly does it do? What are the benefits? Creatine is basically an amino acid that provides your muscles with energy. It's already found in foods like red meat and seafood, and your body also creates its own creatine and stores it in your muscles as phosphocreatine. So this creatine stored in your muscles gives your body energy for short bursts. For example, weightlifting, sprints, getting up from the couch and walking across the living room, chasing after your toddler. Creatine will help with all of these short bursts of energy. Now, because your body already creates creatine, do not worry, it is not a steroid and it's not a hormone. So it has been widely researched and it's perfectly safe to take on a daily basis. So a few factors determine how much creatine you have in your muscles right now. One, your diet. So often vegans and vegetarians who don't eat meat are often gonna have less creatine stored in their muscles, as well as people with more muscle mass are probably gonna have a larger store of creatine than someone who, say, is just starting their strength training journey or doesn't have a large amount of muscle mass. And that's where something like creatine supplementation could be beneficial. So now that we know what creatine is, let's talk about the benefits of creatine supplementation. First one, it's gonna provide more fuel to your muscles during your workout. Creatine more so helps support your muscles through strength and power activities. For example, explosive movements. So to give you a quick little biology lesson or refresher, if you took biology in high school or college, all human movement is powered by something called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Your body creates this ATP and most of it is stored in your muscles and it's sitting there ready for you to go when you need to chase your toddler across the street, when you need to do some HIIT training, when you need to do some deadlifts, some squats, some chin-ups. The problem is each individual can only store so much ATP in their muscles. So meaning you only have so much stored in your muscles for these explosive movements. That's why we can't sprint super fast for a really long time. Of course, unless you're an Olympic trained athlete, but the average person is gonna sprint, if you're going all out, fastest you've ever sprinted in your life, you're probably gonna start to die down after 5-10 seconds and start to slow down. You're not able to give that maximum effort because your ATP stores are decreasing. So what supplementing with creatine can do can help you have more stored creatine in your muscles to help with these explosive movements, to squat heavier, to deadlift more, to be able to push harder in, say, your sprint training, or if you're on the air bike, Givener, you'll be able to tap into a little bit more energy that's stored in your muscles versus someone who isn't taking a creatine supplementation. Many studies have found that creatine supplementation has the most effect on short duration, so less than 30 seconds, high intensity intermittent training. So weightlifting would be a perfect example of this. I'm gonna take a quick minute to tell you about today's video sponsor, Element. One of my favorite go-tos for replenishing my electrolytes after a sweaty workout or just taking daily to make sure I have enough electrolytes in my system because sometimes water just isn't enough. Electrolytes facilitate hundreds of functions in the body, including conduction of nerve impulses, hormonal regulation, nutrient absorption, and fluid balance. Element can help prevent and eliminate headaches, muscle cramps, fatigue, sleeplessness, and other common symptoms of electrolyte deficiency. Element offers so many different flavors and it's the perfect balance of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And even better, 0 sugar and 0 artificial sweeteners, so no junk. Right now, Element is offering my listeners a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single serving packs free with any Element order. This is a great way to try all 8 flavors. Get yours at drinkelement.com/Michelle. This deal is only available through my link. You must go to drinklmnt.com/Michelle. And I'll put that link in the description if you want to give Element a try. The second benefit, piggybacking right off of being able to train harder, is being able to build more muscle and get stronger. So if you are taking creatine supplementation, if you're able to push out more reps or increase your weight, you're going to be able to apply more progressive overload. You're going to be able to push harder in the gym. In turn, you're going to be able to get stronger and build more muscle mass. Third benefit, creatine supplementation has also been found to help decrease the effects of age-related muscle loss. Men and women, especially women after the age of 40, start to lose their muscle mass at a much faster rate. A decrease in muscle mass, especially going through changes, will also cause a reduce in your metabolism, a reduction in strength, higher risk of injury and falls. So when taken with a regular strength training routine, it will help you maintain more muscle mass. So with all of those 3 benefits, many are asking if creatine will actually help with fat loss. So as I've talked about in many of my body recomposition videos already, if you are looking to decrease body fat, you need to build some lean muscle. So if you're looking to appear leaner, you don't just want to do cardio and just look to lose weight on the scale. You actually want to do a body recomposition, meaning increase lean muscle, which in turn will decrease your body fat to appear leaner and stronger. So will creatine supplementation help with fat loss? Yes. If you are following a regular strength training routine that applies progressive overload and you are challenging yourself to build more lean muscle, that in turn is going to lead to fat loss, of course, following all the recommendations I talk about already on this channel. I'll link some videos in the description below if you want to know about eating for fat loss, because nutrition is going to play a huge part as well. And the question everybody wants to know, will creatine supplementation make you gain weight? Now, when we talk about weight gain, if you are someone who lives and dies by that number on the scale, there is a possibility if you start taking creatine supplementation that you might see the number on the scale go up. But it's not because you increased your body fat, it's because your muscles are gonna hold more water. So this is one of the points I'm gonna talk about closer to the end of the video, is if supplementation would be right for you, if you are someone who lives and dies by that number on the scale. Will it cause you to gain body fat? No. Studies have shown that when you initially start taking creatine supplementation, your body will retain a little bit more water, but that will diminish over time of taking it consistently. But much like starting a regular strength training program, you might see the scale go up or not move for quite some time because you were doing what we call a body recomposition. Again, you were not just chasing a number on the scale, so it's very, very similar. Your measurements might go down, but you might see the scale go up a little bit. But like I talk about in every other video on my channel, that number does not define you. Does creatine work for everyone? When should I take it and how much should I take? Creatine supplementation will work for most women. However, again, everybody is different. But in order to make sure you are giving it the best shot to work for you, so you want to make sure you're taking enough creatine supplement to give your body the chance to store more creatine in your muscles. The recommended dose is 3 to 5 grams per day consistently. So this is the key. You want to make sure you are taking it on a daily basis for a really long time. Sometimes it can take up to 4 weeks to start to see or feel the difference. It doesn't matter if you strength train that day or not. You need to take it daily, consistently. Some people will do a loading week where you take 15 to 20 grams per day for the first week and then go down to your 3 to 5 grams to give yourself the initial kickstart. But that's not necessary for everyone and kind of on a personal preference basis. It doesn't need to be a pre-workout or a post-workout because that's not the way it works. Just make sure you're taking it daily, consistently, for an extended period of time. So there you go. There's a quick tutorial about what creatine is, why you hear about people taking it, and what kind of benefits it can provide you. Now, should you start taking creatine? So here's my personal opinion on supplements in general, including creatine supplementation. This is how I help my clients decide which supplements they should be taking and whether or not they should start on certain supplements. If you are someone who is just starting a strength training journey, you have never lifted weights before in your life, and you're just starting to learn from my channel all about how to eat for fat loss, how to eat to fuel your body, not to starve it, how you're looking to increase your lean muscle mass, to appear leaner and you are at the beginning of this journey and you're just starting to focus on protein intake and these kind of things, I would say keep creatine in your back pocket as a tool that you can use later down the road. I personally believe that what is most important before you start taking supplements is getting all of the healthy habits down pat first. So you don't want to have to start relying on supplements to kickstart your journey. So if you are just getting started, or maybe you're a few months or a few weeks into your journey, make sure you're doing the basics first. So if you're someone who's going from never tracking your macros before, never tracking your calories, had never strength trained before, start there. Start strength training consistently 3 to 4 times a week, following progressive overload. Start focusing on protein intake. Make sure you're hitting your bare minimum 0.7 to 1 grams per pound of body weight. Try to eat in a calorie deficit. Try to build a healthier relationship with food. Start eating more vegetables, eat more fruit. All of these things, drinking more water, hit your 8 to 10K steps a day. Start with all of these things, because if you don't have these core healthy habits in place, a supplement is gonna do nothing for you. You need to get these core habits down first. Once you've done this consistently, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months, consistently, then you can look, how is your body adapting to this? How is your measurements? Is the scale going down? Are you getting stronger? All of these things. And then when you get to that point where you're like, okay, I feel like I'm in a good solid routine, now you can start look at, maybe I wanna look at creatine supplementation now because I have all the other healthy habits in place. Now, if that's not you and you are someone who's been strength training for 2 years, 3 years consistently, and you feel like you've maybe hit a plateau where you're not necessarily getting stronger anymore, you don't feel like you can push yourself as hard in the gym, you are someone who might benefit from trying creatine supplementation. It might give you that extra boost that you need to kind of get over that plateau and start pushing yourself a little bit harder again. So there you go, guys. Hope this video was helpful. And if you are looking to start a serious strength training program, I have an 8-week beginner-friendly strength training program run all through my app that applies progressive overload, whether you're at the gym or using dumbbells only, 3-day split, 3-day split, and 4-day split options. I'll link that in the description below. If you're looking to start a strength training program, this is beginner friendly and easily adaptable and modified for all fitness levels. And if you're looking for personalized one-on-one fitness and nutrition coaching with myself, I'll put a link in the description below as to where you can learn more about working with me one-on-one. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and leave me any questions below. I'm always happy to help. Or let us know in the comments below. Have you tried creatine supplementation? How did it work out for you? Let us know. Let's start the conversation and help each other out. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week.